So welcome to yet another podcast episode of Vritti Vani. Today it gives me an immense pleasure to have Mr. Anuroop Khare with us, the Chief Business Head for Simplify Practice. And today we are going to have a detailed discussion on Simplify Practice and how it is changing the industry for the chartered accountant. So Anuroop sir, welcome.
Good morning, Aryan. How are you?
All good sir, all fine.
Perfect.
Hoping to have a very thoughtful session with you.
Yes, of course.
So my first question to you will be based on, we'll start with the basics.
Yeah.
So, if you can explain me what Simplify Practice is and what it usually does, it will be helpful for the users to understand from the very basic perspective.
Okay. So I will explain you in a very simple manner. So Simplify Practice is a tailor-made ERP solution for chartered accountant firm. Chartered accountant firm basically having a challenge that they are having multiple location offices. They are having a huge staff. So with the help of this Simplify Practice tool, they can manage the entire thing on a single dashboard. The entire application we are offering on iOS as well as Android mobile as well. So they can use from anywhere. And the most important thing I want to highlight that this application is under MOU with ICAI starting from 2018 to 2020. This was the complementary version. And from 2020 to 2027, recently we renew our MOU. So we are under with MOU in ICAI as well as in ICAI.
So that is a very nice thing to have. Now, if you can also explain the pricing strategy of Simplify Practice, like what is the pricing and how we are competing in the markets. So if we do also have some of the competitors, if you can highlight what Simplify is giving better than that.
Yes. So the pricing is very much nominal, as I already told you that we are under MOU with ICAI. So ICAI having a structure where we need to provide a subsidiary amount. So the application we are offering in a very cost-effective manner. So we are charging like 1,200 rupees per user per year. So this is the pricing structure, and there is no hidden cost. And in this cost, we are covering the entire CRM application. We are covering the entire practice management along with the invoicing functionality, and the hosting is also included in this.
Okay. So to have a better understanding of all this, now I would like to understand from you what are the features that Simplify Practice has. If you can detail and you can list out one on one. So what it will set, it will set a tone in the marketing perspective, like the users and the USP of Simplify Practice. If you can elaborate on it.
So I will explain you in this manner that what were the challenges earlier CA firms were facing and how Simplify Practice helped them to overcome with the challenges. So first thing is that in any CA firm there are article and guides who always visit client site for audit purpose and taxation purpose. So at that point of time, GPS attendance is a very important part. So in Simplify Practice, we are offering a GPS-based attendance where 50 meter to 100 meter distance of the exact location we are giving along with the date and time. So one big challenge we are resolving with the help of this Simplify Practice. Second thing is that profitability. So profitability is also again a big challenge for any CA firm. So I'm just taking an example that if any CA firm is taking any assignment, the cost of 50,000 rupees, and if they just want to check that how much they spent, so with the help of this particular Simplify Practice application, they can just monitor step by step, and at the end of the assignment, they can compare that this assignment we taken in X amount, and this X minus Y amount we spent on this project, and this particular is the profit for them.
Okay, so while you talked about GPS attendance, so it does set the tone. Like if any, if any of the CAs are in the market or they have visited the client place, so whenever they are reaching the client place, they can punch in their attendance and they can start their work. So it gives the firm all the information where exactly their CA is and on what module or what project they are working on.
Absolutely.
So when we talk about particularly the chartered accounting industry, data compliances is one of the most important thing that has been in the news so far. So what is your take on data compliances and how is Simplify Practice treating it?
So I will explain in two things. So one thing is that the entire application in MOU with ICAI. So we signed the MOU, and there are multiple clauses are there in terms of data security. If any CA firm having any doubt or if they want a dedicated NDA also to sign with us, so we are offering that also. So data security is up to the mark.
Okay. So now when we talk about the industry, you have been in this business for the last 10-15 years. So maintaining that strong relationship with client also plays a very major and it plays a very impactful role. So being the chief sales head of Simplify Practice, how have you been able to manage all that relationship that you have with the clients?
So we set one mechanism. So the procedure is like whenever any new client is being on board on the Simplify practice, we are giving them a dedicated support for the implementation purpose. Once the implementation and handholding is done, we are signing a sign up with them. And still in future, if they are facing any challenge, so we are keep one mechanism of ticket system, so they can directly raise a ticket, and we are giving them support in this way that they are continuously renewing with us. So this is the mechanism we set for the client relationship, as well as we are having a feedback team. So where in every alternate month, each and every CA firm who is onboarded in our software being touched by the feedback team.
Okay. So that you have a separate grievances department where all the complaints are being raised and they are being settled manually. So now we are living in this era of AI. So has there been any integration related to AI? Have you integrated ChatGPT or any support system like that?
So ChatGPT is already integrated with the solution. So for the in CRM we are using the same thing for creating the script. If we want to communicate with any specific client, so we are using ChatGPT, as well as we are having dedicated development team as well as a tester and implementation team. And I already told you that we are a product based company. So continuously we are just improving the things. So the entire team is just focusing on 3 or 4 software. And Simplify practice, we are having a dedicated team for upgradation. We are having a dedicated team for integration. So we are just like following the trend and keeping ourselves updated as early as possible.
Okay, that's nice to hear. So we have now entered in the new financial year. So if you want to share some of your insights, like how the last financial year was, and what are your plans for this financial year that we have kicked off, and how you are looking to have your market penetration, and how you are looking to utilize the maximum marketing space the Simplify practice.
Okay, so I will start from the journey. So then in 2018 we started this application. So this was a complementary application. So 2018 to 2020, like around 10,000 CA firms subscribed this application. Then the paid version is started in the year of 2021. So currently, if I will talk about the last financial year, so we grown by 4x. Okay. And similarly for this financial year, I already settled the target for 10x growth. And we are currently serving India as well as Nepal. And in this financial year, I'm just visiting and having a target that this financial year I need to enter in the UAE market as well.
Okay, so that's nice to hear. Now, sir, to end of this podcast session, the last question of mine to you will be: you see this space, like you have been in this space for the last, some of the prominent years. There are competitors as well. So, what mindset you need to have to compete with the competitors? Because the world is changing and the marketplace is definitely changing. And especially with the chartered accountants, they see automation as a part where they are controlling each and everything from a single click. So how do you see this market expansion as well as the competitors, and how are you planning to utilize your model and capturing maximum market? As you told, you are going to this year you are looking for UAE penetration. So how you are looking to build that?
So 2 things are there. We need to keep ourselves updated. One thing is that, and second thing is that there are a number of competitors in the market. But as I told you that we are under MOU with ICAI, that advantage is with us. And secondly, in the support system, we need to improve ourselves, as well as we are just migrating the application also in this financial year only. So in that way, like I will manage and we will achieve whatever we are planning for 2024 and 2025.
This was an insightful session, Anuroop sir. Thank you for joining us. You also need to watch this space for the upcoming podcast that we are going to have. Thank you for listening to us, and I hope this podcast session was insightful. Thank you.
Thank you, Aryan.